right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another yoga class. I have created this class specifically with our healthcare practitioners in mind. Right, so for those of you who are still in the thick of it, still on our front lines, we see you, we appreciate you, and we send our love and our gratitude to you, right? So I hope that this class brings you a little bit of rest and relaxation, even amongst this craziness. And I hope that you find a little bit of peace and a little bit of stillness. So with that being said, you will need a few things for this class, right? So you'll need at least one pillow, maybe even two, right? So I suggest you just have two lying around handy in case you do want them both. All right, and then you will also need a blanket. So a comforter might be a little bit too big, but if you have like a throw blanket or something like that, you can fold it up a few times and we'll use that. All right, so we are going to get started with that blanket, right? So you'll take that blanket, you'll fold it a few times, and you'll lay it across your mat. And then we're gonna lay down on this blanket. So the blanket goes right underneath our shoulder blades, right? So that maybe the top of the blanket comes right underneath our armpits. And then either rest your head on the ground, or if that feels like a little bit too much, you can always pull one of those blankets right underneath of your head for a little bit of extra support. Then just let your legs relax out long, your arms relax by your side. Take a big breath in and let it go. Let's do that again. Let's take a big breath in. Sigh it out. And relax a little more. Do a body scan. See if there is anywhere that is still holding on. Right, where are the muscles working when maybe they don't have to? Maybe we could let go. Maybe the feet fall open and the hips and the thighs relax. Maybe your belly can soften. Your lower back lets go. And take another big breath in. Let it go, and when you do, let your shoulders just melt into the mat, into the blanket. And then check in with your face. See if you are clenching your jaw or furrowing your eyebrows. And start to let some of that go as well. And then just bring your notice to your breath. So notice the gentle rise and fall of your belly, of your chest. And if thoughts keep coming, that is okay. But see if instead of following the thoughts, of allowing yourself to get pulled either into the past or into the future. See if you can recognize a thought, but then let it go, right? You don't need to be thinking of anything else. You don't need to be doing, you don't need to be anywhere, right? You are just here right now. So take a big breath in, breath out. And just let go. So very slow, we're just going to pull that blanket out from underneath. So you could roll to the side or you could sit up a little bit, but just move that blanket off to the side. We will use it again later in class. And just come to lying flat on your back. And now just feel the difference, the change, having removed that blanket. Take a big breath in. Let it go. And then slowly start to bend your knees so that the soles of the feet come to the mat. Walk your pinky toes out towards the edges of the mat. And then just let your knees fall to the right. And bring them back through center. Let them fall to the left. And then just keep going just like that, or finding any other variations that you might want, right? So the knees can just fall to the right and then to the left, or whatever feels good. Take a big breath in. Let it go. And then when you are ready, come back through center. Hug your knees into your chest. And then if it feels good, just rock a little side to side or take the knees in circles. And then bring soles of the feet back down to the ground. We'll just find a nice flowy bridge, right? So bring your hands by your side. Your feet are about hip distance apart. And then inhale, press through your feet, lift your hips up towards the ceiling. And exhale, slowly lower back down. I'll do that just a few more times. So nice long inhale, press the hips up towards the ceiling. And exhale, lower back down. Let's do one more, your breath. And just hug the knees into the chest once again. But this time we'll find our happy baby. So reach for either the shins or the ankles, or maybe even the outer edges of the feet. And just start to pull the knees wide and down towards the armpits, right? So you don't have to make this a big move. You could be holding onto the front of the shins and just very gently opening up. And then if it feels good, you could always rock a little side to side. And take a big breath in, let it go, and then release the legs down. We're gonna roll onto our right side and then just press ourselves up to a seat. Take your time, move nice and slow, maybe move so that you can see your screen again if you cannot. And find a cross-legged position, cross-legged seat, or any other seat that feels comfortable, including sitting up on a chair, right? So do what works for you. Then we'll sit up nice and tall. Regardless of how you're sitting, we're just gonna grab onto our legs in some way, right? Either our knees, our shins, our thighs, whatever works for you. We're gonna find our cat-cow. So on your inhale, lift your heart up. Maybe you gaze up. And then exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. Then inhale, rising up, the heart lifts, the gaze lifts. And then exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. One more time. Inhale, rising up. And exhale to round. Then we'll rise back up through center. We're going to bring our fingertips by our side and maybe just take a moment. Roll the shoulder blades back. Just feel. Then from here, we're going to take our right hand over to our left leg somewhere, maybe the knee, the shin, the thigh. We're going to grab onto that leg, and then we're going to inhale, sweep that left arm up and over, right? So we're looking for a bit of a side body stretch, all while getting a little bit of a twist in here. So take a big breath in, breath out. Take one more big breath in, and then on your breath out, bring that left hand down to your right knee, so that your hands are crisscrossed here, right? Your arms are crisscrossed. We're going to inhale, lift up nice and tall. Exhale, bow down for just a moment, right? Let the head hang heavy perhaps. You could always shake it a little bit side to side. And then we'll rise back up. Leave the left arm where it is on the right knee. We'll just bring the right arm out and then inhale, sweep it up and over, side body stretch. Just breathing. And take a big breath in. On your breath out, bring that right hand down towards that left knee. We'll just bow down once again. The chin can be tucked in. Take a big breath in. And let it go. Then we'll rise up, release the hands from the lap. We're going to inhale to reach the arms up. And exhale, just let them float back down to your side. Let's do that one more time. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, let them float back down. Then from here, we'll slowly find our tabletop position, all fours. So your wrists are underneath of your shoulders, your knees are underneath of your hips. And then same as when we were sitting and finding our cat-cow, we'll find our cat-cow here. So on your inhale, let the belly drop down and the head come up. And then exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. And let's do that again. Inhale, belly drops, head comes up. And exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. One more time. Inhale, belly drops. Exhale, round. And then just find a child's pose. So your toes can be together, right? Your big toe mounds come together. And maybe you allow your knees to come together as well. Then from here, instead of reaching the arms out in front, maybe we rest the arms by our side. The forehead either comes to the ground or maybe it comes to a pillow, your blanket. If you have a block or a book handy, whatever works. Then take a big breath in. Let it go. See if you can relax even more here. The shoulders can start to round a little bit forward. The elbows can relax down towards the mat. And come back to your breath. So notice where the breath is moving in the body. Notice if you feel it maybe in the back of the rib cage or between your shoulder blades. Maybe you feel it in your lower back. Or maybe you feel your belly pressing into your thighs every inhale. Right? There's no right or wrong, just noticing. Take a big breath in. Let it go. Then come all the way back up to your tabletop. And then we'll keep making our way all the way down to our belly. All right, so we'll let our belly come down to the mat. And we're going to find a pose called open wing. So we're going to reach the right arm out to the side, straight out from your right shoulder. Then from here, you're going to bend the left knee. So the toes point up towards the ceiling, and use your left hand to help press you into a twist. So you're trying to get the left toes to touch down on the other side of that right leg. Right, the head either rests on the ground or it rests on a pillow. Take a big breath in, breath out. Right, and if this feels like too much, that is okay. That foot does not have to cross over the body. You could just be pressing yourself a bit so you have a nice stretch through the right shoulder, the pec. Take a big breath in. Let it go. Take one more big breath in. Let it go. Slowly come back through center. Take your time. We're in no rush. And then we'll just switch sides, right? So that left arm will reach out straight from that left shoulder. We'll bend the right knee, press into the right fingertips, and press yourself over into the twist. Then rest the head down perhaps. Maybe the eyes will close. Take a big breath in and let it go. And take one more big breath in. Clear your breath out. Roll back to your belly. And then just stack the hands and rest the forehead down on the hands. And just use this moment to maybe rock your forehead a little bit side to side, just giving the face a little bit of a massage, right? So the forehead is massaging. Take a big breath in, breath out. Then from here, we'll press all the way back up to our tabletop position. Take your time. And come to all fours. So we're going to find our cat-cow again, but I invite you to make this cat-cow your own, right? So really allowing yourself to do whatever feels good. So I'll start us off with inhale, let the belly drop towards the floor, but then let your hips drop towards your heels, right? Then on your next exhale, we'll round through the spine and come all the way back up. All right, so maybe you keep on with that. Maybe you inhale, belly drops, hips drop towards the floor. And exhale, round the spine. Or maybe you start to add on. Maybe you look over one shoulder and look over the next, the other shoulder. Right, or maybe you just allow your eyes to close and you find whatever movement would feel good here, right? It doesn't have to look like what I'm doing. It doesn't even have to be yoga. It can be whatever feels good. And take a big breath in. Let it go. Come back through center. And then from here, we'll just find a seat. So again, we'll sit up nice and tall. And then we'll take our legs out wide into a straddle. So this is where you might want your pillows, right? Maybe you want 2 pillows. So I've got one here. I'm gonna kind of pile up the pillow a little bit, then I'm gonna take a big breath in. And on the breath out, I'm gonna start to fold over the legs. Now you don't have to fold far, or maybe not even at all. You can stay nice and lifted, but maybe you can bring your forearms to your pillow. Or maybe if you've got 2 pillows, you can bring your head down to your pillow. And let the eyes close, let the head hang. Perhaps you could even bring chin towards the chest. Take a big breath in. And then let it go. And if you are able, maybe you bring your thumbs to your forehead, right? So you could have your elbows propped up on maybe blocks or your pillows or whatever. And then just bring your thumbs to your forehead and allow the weight of your head to go, to just relax. Relax the jaw, maybe even let the jaw hang open a bit. Take a big breath in, breath out. Let's do that again. Take a big breath in, then let it go. And start to rise back up. Then from here, we're just going to make our way all the way back onto the ground. Actually, no, one more. So I'm just kidding. So actually, we're going to come to a seat. And you might have to look at this. So we're going to bring our pillow, or probably two pillows, right, to our left hip. Right, so it's going to come tuck right into our left hip, and our knees are kind of staggered, right? They're not quite on top of each other. We're sitting with the legs off to the right, right? Then from here, we're going to sit up nice and tall, turn our torso towards our blankets and pillow, perhaps, and then we're going to see if we can bring our torso down on the pillow, right? So we're finding a nice gentle twist, and then you can rest your left ear down on the pillow. And then take a big breath in, breath out. Just start to let go. We'll be here for a few minutes, so really see if you can relax. And just noticing, again, the breath. We're noticing what sensations you are feeling in the body. Or noticing what's going on in the head, right? Maybe you are still thinking, and that is okay. Right? So don't worry about that. Don't worry about anything. Just allow this time to offer you at least a little bit of rest and relaxation. And take one more big breath in. Let it go. And then rise back up. And we'll just switch sides. So really take your time, right? Maybe you keep the eyes closed during the transition, right? You'll just swing your legs off to the other side. You'll bring that pillow or blanket or whatever it is that you're using. You'll bring it to the right hip. The legs will go off towards the left. And then once again, we'll sit up nice and tall. And then we'll turn our torso towards the pillow, right? Then we'll start to lay down on the pillow. So if this feels like it's way too much, that's when we want that second pillow, right? So grab another pillow, grab another blanket if you need, no problem, take your time. But then let your right ear rest on the pillow. Allow your body to just relax. Your arms relax, your legs relax. Take a big breath in and let it go. stay really present to your breath, to your body, or to anything else that is happening right here, right now, in the room with you. See if you can surrender even more to the pillow, to your blanket. Just allow all of your weight and take a big breath in, breath out. And slowly start to press yourself back up to your seat. All right, so from here, we're gonna move our pillow off to the side. You might want it nearby, but we don't need it right this moment. And again, we're gonna come back to our blanket. So at this time, instead of bringing the blanket underneath of our shoulders, we're going to bring the blanket underneath of our hips, and we're gonna lie down. Right, so we'll lay down. The pillow, or the blanket rather, is underneath of your hips, your lower back. And you can certainly just stay here, right, with soles of the feet on the ground. If that feels good, then stay here. If you want just a little bit more, then start to pull one knee in towards your chest and then the other. And maybe you even extend the feet up towards the ceiling. Right, so the knees can still be plenty bent here, right? You do not have to have straight legs. And see if you can relax in this pose. So if you find yourself unable to relax with the legs elevated, just bring the soles of the feet back down to the ground. That is okay, no problem. And then regardless of whether the feet are down or up, maybe you can rock just a little bit side to side, just a teensy tiny bit, a little massage for the lower back. And take a big breath in, breath out. Big breath in, and then let it go. And then slowly we'll return the feet back to the mat if they are elevated. And just let the feet ground for a moment. So we're still on the blanket. We're still just here relaxing. And notice any sensations, maybe in the feet, maybe in your lower back. Take a big breath in. Let it go. And then we'll remove that blanket out from beneath us. Just push it off to the side. Let the lower back settle into the mat and just feel, right? Just notice the differences. And then once again, we'll find our windshield wiper legs. So we'll heel toe the toes, the pinky toes, towards the edges of the mat. And then let your knees fall to the right. Let your knees fall to the left. And maybe just a few more times to the right, to the left, whatever feels good, right? Going as fast or as slow as you'd like. And then slowly we will find our happy baby once again, right? So you'll draw the knees towards the armpits. And you'll grab on either to the outer edges of the feet, the ankles, or maybe you grab onto the shins. And just start to open up, right? Pull the knees towards the armpits. You could always rock a little side to side, whatever feels good. And take a big breath in, breath out. And then Supta Baddha Konasana. So let the feet fall to the ground. And then bring soles of the feet together. Let your knees fall out wide. And then just bring your hands to rest on your belly. Take a big breath in, feel your belly expand. And then let it go. Big breath in. And then slow breath out. And then just find some stillness. Notice what might be happening in your head, in your body. And then just take a moment to find some gratitude. To think of someone or something that you are grateful for. Right? Especially in times of stress, in times of trouble and fear. Whatever it is that you might be feeling, right? There is still something that we can be grateful for. And then take a big breath in. Let it go. And find your Shavasana. So you could just stretch the legs out long and have the arms by your side. Or maybe you take your pillow and you put that pillow underneath of your knees. All right, just a little extra support for your Shavasana. And then let your arms relax by your side. Let your legs relax. Let the hips and the thighs relax. Let the shoulders melt down. And then relax the jaw. Relax your eyebrows. Take a big breath in. Let it go. And take a big breath in. Let it go. Wiggle your fingers, your toes. And rock your head side to side. And then if you are ready, feel free to carry on with the rest of your day. And always remember that you can come back to this feeling. You can come back to rest and relaxation. All you have to do is find some quiet. Take a few deep breaths in and out. So let's do one more big breath in. Let it go. Stay here as long as you want. And until next time, thank you. Keep on keeping on. Namaste.